What up YouTube, Boy here with a brand new What I Bought. And this is a pretty cool episode because I've actually been looking for about 2 months for this one item. Now, before we actually cover that, I want to show everything else I bought. And I did go to a Benny's to get this stuff. They charge $1 more, so they're around Target prices, but it was well worth it. So first of all, we have a $4.99 Bane. This is the smaller version. I would like to get the 6-inch, mainly so I can get my bat signal. But it is a nice little figure. It will fit in the scale of my Batman that's on my shelf. And I actually like this. It's just a little $5 figure. Very nice packaging. Very cool. Has some air holes. Very well. I really like this. One thing that bugs me is his chest seems a little too long. Not that much like width-wise, but it seems a little too long. And so do the arms. The arms seem a little bit long, but that's just me. So, that's item number 1. Item number 2 is... what's the name of this? The, Retraction Armor Iron Man Mach 6. Yep. Now, the reason I bought this is because this will actually work for a Space Iron Man. Because I wanted a space one. I have like a fire, I have a Hulkbuster. I'm going to look at my shelf so I'm getting this right. I have like War Machines, Aqua, Arctic, Heavy Firepower, Classics, Hulkbusters. I have a lot of Iron Man. So I thought Space One would be pretty cool. And out of all of their weapons that can clip on the hands and on the back, and this is one I was hoping would actually be like that, it's the one with a handle. This toy line just continues to hate me. Now, just gonna throw away my bag. Now for the big one. This is the one I've spent about 2 months looking for. It is. I just can't believe I actually found this, by the way, because I've been looking for 2 months. I've checked Toys R Us, I've checked Targets, I've checked Walmart, I've checked multiples of those stores, and I found it at a Benny's. Black Widow. Last one in the entire store. I finally have Black Widow. My Avengers are complete in terms of movie-wise. I have Thor, I have Iron Man, I have Captain America, I have Hulk, Hawkeye, and now Black Widow. I do want to try and track down the Nick Fury, which I have been looking for an equal amount of time, but I doubt I'll find that. But I'm finally glad to get this thing. Although, funny thing is that this weapon's actually a repaint of the one that was in that came with the King Loki figure in the Thor line. But this is just a fantastic figure. Well, looks-wise, it looks good. The articulation is gonna be crap, but it actually looks good. The face is a little weird, just a little, and that's to me. But it actually is a legitimately good-looking face. It does look like the actress. And it's a pretty decent looking figure. Now, it's a Avengers figure. It's going to have horrible articulation. But I'm willing to overpass that because it's Black Widow, who's played by a really hot actress. So, you know what? I can't forget that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of What I Bought. I've been looking for this thing for 2 months. Finally glad I have. I'm going to open that up, put it on my shelf, and enjoy the fact that I finally completed my Avengers. The 100, by the way, the 100th video is out. Well, 100th video is out, so you can go check that out. Part 2 will be on Friday. And that's really it. I have wanted to take a little bit to talk about the new Kamen Rider series real quick. Yes, I'm a Kamen Rider fan. Yes, I can afford the toys. Yes, I would want the toys. The new rider this year is Kamen Rider Wizard, which I can easily say is a pretty cool rider. The design actually looks really cool, but his powers seem to be confusing. One thing that I've noticed, and this has been in a few series, the biggest example would probably be Power Rangers Mystic Force, and this is also a big example, of magic through technology. It's kind of weird. His powers actually come from his belts. Now that makes sense for Kamen Rider. But he's supposed to be a wizard. Wouldn't he have a wand where he can use his powers? Now in Power Rangers Mystic Force, you had the cell phone. That was a wand, your henshin device / morpher. You can use it. And then, here's the thing that always bugged me. A living creature such as Fireheart, well, it was a living creature, but it looked like a robot. And that's probably what they're going to do with the dragon. Now, the dragon looks awesome. It was whoever came up with the idea of the motorcycle splitting to become the wings. That was freaking genius. Like, whoever came up with that idea was a genius. That is just amazing. That is... I wish I thought of that, because that's a genius idea. But that's what I think they're doing, and then I guess the little... this year's Scout Drones, which are the little, cards that fold into the... that separate and then combine into the Scouters. I don't know what they're called. Those are kind of cool. I guess they are living. I don't know. I've only seen episode 1, and I can usually say it's really cool. Now, the ring gimmick seems confusing, like I said. It seems that all of his powers come from his right hand, well, his forms, but all of his spells come from his left hand. Now, I'm not big on the magic thing. I actually don't like magic in general, except for Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate. They're the exceptions to my rules. And kinda Shazam, kinda. He is magic, but he really doesn't, like, cast spells, unlike those two. But like I said, it is kind of cool. Now, the design is pretty cool. I like the earth form and the air form. I thought it would just be like 5 rings that he puts on the fingers and he scans them over the belt. And that gives him his power instead of just the 1 ring. So they would be like a chest weapon, a left arm weapon, a right arm weapon. Kind of like Forza, except with a chest. I thought that would kind of be a theme, but no. But it is kind of interesting when he puts on a ring to actually use... to get the belt into its belt form, and then he uses another wing to henshin. And it is kind of cool. Like, the magic theme was stuck in my head. The first day I heard it, it was just stuck in my head. Ruxin Magi, Magic out. Ruxin Magi, Magic out. Just repeating in my head at school. It was like when I first heard the Tato Ba henshin. Like, that was stuck in my head, and just randomly at school I was like, Tato Ba. And then my classmates were like, dude, what are you saying? I'm like, it's a nerd thing and it's super catchy. And then they're like, what? And then I said, it's like a really catchy song stuck in your head. And they're like, oh. But it's really, really cool. It is a catchy theme. The whole element thing is kind of cool. I really like the elements. It's probably why I liked Avatar The Last Airbender. Except for the movie, because the movie was complete and utter crap. Otherwise, Avatar The Last Airbender is awesome. So is the new show. But like I said, the new Conrad is actually pretty cool, and I do like him. So I can't wait to see where this goes, what kind of twists and turns this will make. The idea of the villains is, well, the monsters is pretty interesting, and I gotta admit, a little kind of creative. Having the fact that, well, it's been done a few times, but I honestly can't think of any time that it was. Although I'm pretty sure you guys will think, well, it's been this, oh, it was also in this, and in this obscure show or movie. Probably... I just really don't think of anything that's done. I can only think of 1 or 2 things, maybe, that has done something like this, where out of despair came these monsters out of normal humans. It's a little creative and actually kind of cool. One thing I also like, and this is kind of funny, actually, is that the belt is a belt buckle. The fact that the belt, well, it's like a belt buckle on your belt, and then he scans it, that turns it to the rider belt, which is very interesting. And a little, like I said, the powers are very confused. It's not like the double driver. The double driver, you had Gaia memory, gold, silver, marked on the belt, henshin. Tato Ba, look on the back of the, the O's driver, look at the back of the coins, line them up on the belt. Very simple. This one's just really confusing, because it seems like you have to turn it all the way, or you just turn it once and then turn it back, or you just leave it turned. Very confusing in my opinion. Now, the weapon is pretty freaking awesome. Guns that turn into melee weapons, instantly awesome. They're instantly badass. The Toti, I can never remember the Dido form from O's, but that's my favorite form and should be the final form of O's. The fact that you went from an axe to a gun was pretty awesome, and Power Rangers does this a lot. The original Mighty Morphin had guns that were swords. So did Operation Overdrive, Dino Thunder. What was it? SPD had the guns that would turn into like a baton sword. They had stuff like that, and I always thought that was cool. The Quasar Sabers were interesting because they were just swords that were like daggers that could compress. It was kind of weird. But the idea of a melee weapon turning into a gun or firearm is still very cool, and it's one of my favorite things about Power Rangers, besides the Megazords. I'm a huge robot nerd, and a fan of robots, which is why I like Transformers. So that's pretty cool. Now, his weapon is a gun that's a sword. which is pretty cool. The guns are apparently silver bullets, which I don't know if that would make you a wizard, more like a werewolf monster hunter, I guess. And the fact that the sword was pretty cool too. Now, the way it works is that you have the hand, and it's pretty ingenious that you open the thumb, and that causes the 4 fingers to lift, and you use your ring to scan it. That's really cool, and I really like that. So, this video's gone on a little too long, and I'll probably put out another video talking about the new series when I watch a few more episodes, or when a few more episodes come out. Probably when 5 episodes come out, then I'll talk about the new Kamen Rider series. But I really like Kamen Rider, and I'm a big fan. I just wish I could afford some of the toys. And yes, that Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was what got me into Kamen Riders. Kinda. It introduced me into Kamen Riders, but I didn't know Kamen Riders was actually shown in Japan. My favorite Kamen Rider is Kamen Rider W, because that's actually when I got into Kamen Riders. By the way, thank you TJ Omega. I doubt that you are watching this, but if some random chance you are watching this, you introduced me to Kamen Riders. You introduced me to this new form of entertainment that I enjoy. And if someone can actually get him to watch this, because he's one of the guys that inspired me to become a video reviewer, then that would be pretty awesome. But this video's gone on way too long. I want to thank you guys for actually staying tuned and watching the whole thing, and let me know what you guys think of the new Kamen Rider series, and also let me know what you think of what I bought. Do you have Black Widow? What are your thoughts on it? Do you have the other Iron Man? And do you have the Bane? Let me know what you guys think. Don't worry, I will film reviews of those. Till then, do what you guys do best, which is support my channel. You want 2 thumbs up if you do, and adios.